That's one of the best podcasts ever. Ever. Top 5 dead or alive.
Welcome to Pod Caviar. I'm your host, Tony, in the Ministry of Silly Talks with Graham in the building. Everything's back to normal.
Reunited and it feels so good.
Hell yeah. Thanks you for everybody who listened to the last episode. I know, like I said before, we did Graham did a 1 Gram Army podcast by himself, which is a great episode, a great throwback episode.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
That's how I'm filling those gaps now.
Yeah,
I'm going back
yeah.
and being like, here's a time I was funny, so I can kind of just update people on what's going on and then throw it to that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was an awesome setup. It's something that I can definitely use in the future for Pod Caviar.
Absolutely.
And for the last episode, if you haven't checked it out, please do so. I did a list of military-themed movies, and I talked about my time in the military and Veterans Day. And I also did something that was pretty cool where I ad-libbed my own podcast. It's just something that I tried out, and it actually came out really well.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was crazy recording it, and it was crazy listening to it, and I enjoyed every second of it, and that is also something that I will be using going forward. But it proves that what I said, that even separately, we have 2 strong shows, and we just came out with 2 different ways of going about being separated, and still adding value to both of our shows going forward. So,
absolutely.
I mean, if you haven't subscribed by now, then oh boy. Oh, if you haven't subscribed by now, it's on you. And I keep that.
Whatever happens to you when we come see you, and do the Live in Chains podcast, in your bedroom, just remember,
there it is.
You had an opportunity.
You had many opportunities. Yeah,
we're gonna have to start recording some testimonials of people who, made the mistake of not, getting it together,
because it's not a game. This episode of Pod Caviar is sponsored by Shirt Caviar. The 2020 collection is coming. I just lowered prices again for Shirt Caviar. Do me a favor and head to shirtcaviar.com and buy. And even if you don't buy, admire it.
Do you have 1 minute for me to play the thing that reminds people to subscribe? It's been a long time since we messed with it. It's something I'm pretty proud of.
Yeah, let's do that.
I think we did 1 minute for this. This reminds me.
Yeah.
Also, we can watch the end.
Welcome
of this
to
game.
Pod Caviar. I'm your host, Tony, in the Ministry of Silly Talks.
Generals, welcome to the 1 Gram Army podcast.
Just click subscribe, for God's sake. Click subscribe.
We're trying to help you.
Yeah. There's no more excuses. There's no more time left. It's all over.
And look, I'm not saying we don't want to come on.
Right. Hey, listen. This is climate change in physical form. Just click subscribe, for God's sake. If you already subscribed, we're just fucking with you. If you haven't subscribed, we're not fucking with you at all.
That's why it feels so good, because we're so genuinely fucking serious.
Right.
We have a van.
Yeah.
We bought a van.
Yeah.
We're coming to see you.
Yeah.
They came to my house.
Just, for God's sake, subscribe before they come to you.
Yeah, well,
amazing. Now you get it. Now you get it.
It really does sum it all up.
Yeah.
Just taking the greatest hits of reminding you that the life you could save could be your own.
Could be your own, yeah. Yeah.
Click subscribe.
Well,
Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to derail things there.
No, you're good. Hey, the 2020 collection is coming. I just posted the flyer for the 2020 collection. It will be released on shirtcaviar.com on January 1st, New Year's Day, 2020. And look, I'm hearing a lot of good things about it. I know I say this week in and week out, and I'm not lying. Just like we tell you to subscribe or we're coming to you, this is the same thing, all right? Listen, the 2020 collection is coming. Before then, head to shirtcaviar.com, one word, and you go ahead and look around. Buy it. It's really a virtual art museum. I wish I could get it to where it's where it plugs into the VR headset.
Yeah,
and then you can like have somebody like see it, and then if you click on it, then that might be the move, actually.
Yeah, you make it look like an art gallery.
And then you can click on it and be like, what size do you want? You can get this on a shirt. Mm-hmm. It's like walking around with the Mona Lisa on you.
You remember the game Myst?
Yeah.
Do you remember the PC game Myst?
Yeah, I remember that game.
VR setup like that. Do they not have Myst in VR? I mean, I'm sure they didn't render a 360 world, but that's something they should have.
They should.
Sorry, that was way out of left field. But I was just thinking about like how you could make like a walk through VR art museum with the T-shirts in it. Yeah, we are definitely going to have to come up with a new 2020 One Gram Army podcast T-shirt. But we'll have to work on that later. Yeah, because you got a podcast to do.
Yeah, right.
We're in it right now.
Continuing on with season 5, the theme of movies and it being so close to the holidays, I saw a story earlier this year. Oh, not this year, but it was earlier this week, and it said that I didn't read the story, but the headline said, "Get paid $1,000 to watch Hallmark holiday movies," and I was like, "Well,
yeah."
Without even clicking on it, I would do that.
Well, yeah, I would do it, but I feel like that's not a real thing. No. It's like when those fucking people retweet me and I'll send you $500 to your Cash App, and it's a bunch of like premium Snapchat hoes retweeting. And still like, not working. Nope. You're still not going to squeeze any money out of the internet, lady.
No, but the theme for this particular episode is those cheesy holiday movies that come out on like Hallmark Channel, Lifetime Channel, whatever the hell else. The Disney Channel has a lot of them.
That's about my number.
Yeah,
it's $1,000 to sit and watch those.
Right? Yeah. I will say that they are something that if you don't have anything going on, let's say it's like a terrible day outside, you're talking rain, cold ass rain, you cleared your schedule for a Saturday. You're not going outside because it's shitty.
Right.
You know, maybe you got your daughter with you, maybe you don't. Maybe you just there and you need something to do and it's there. What's the harm in watching them? I've done it before. And they're cheesy. They are something that, you're not going to pay to see in a movie theater, but to pass the time, they are kind of funny. It's something that a lot of people love, but a lot of people overlook too.
Yeah, well, and I am currently living in a world where I'm about to have to sit down and start watching Santa Paws and various other the Christmas Princess Switch is another movie I've seen an obscene amount of time. But see, I usually can bail myself out with a marathon of Simpsons episodes that are Halloween, Christmas related. The SpongeBob Christmas is pretty fantastic, where they did the claymation. Have you watched that? The claymation SpongeBob Christmas. I watch that like 6 times a year around here.
Right.
Elf is always in the game.
Okay.
There's just so many better Christmas movies than the horrible place where the cast of Seventh Heaven went to die.
Yeah.
Those movies that they put on fucking. I always think of that guy who played the dad on Seventh Heaven.
Because
all those fucking movies.
Yeah.
He's in all of them.
Did he go to jail?
Oh, there was a thing about that.
Yeah, because he's like a pedophile.
Yeah,
he's like a hardcore pedophile for real.
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't just have one toe in the pedophile.
No, he dove in that shit. Yeah. He's like Epstein level. Not Epstein level, but Epstein didn't kill himself. But
of course not.
He's
Jesus Christ, what a ballsy thing too for like whatever entity just offed fucking Epstein.
Right.
Like, I'm not even a conspiracy guy, but I don't know anybody. Even that fucking guy, the skeptic guy that Joe Rogan always has on, the anti-skeptic
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
That guy who's like, everything, whatever they told you is what happened.
Right.
You know, everything is above board. He's even a guy who like subscribes to the story about the Kennedy assassination.
Okay.
You know, but
Yeah.
even he was like, what? Epstein definitely didn't kill himself.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
like,
Everybody knows that. It's the worst kept secret ever.
It's
and it's like, what?
It's the most insane story of our generation,
Yeah,
where it's like, and
yeah.
we're, you know, it's the internet era. Like,
Right.
we're all just gonna what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, storm the Pentagon and
All right,
demand
yeah.
answers.
Yeah. You see
Like,
what happened when they tried to storm Area 51.
yeah.
Like,
well, it
no,
ended up
you guys
being like an
would've been dead.
EDM music
Right.
thing.
Right. Which
Yeah,
isn't
hold
a
on.
bad idea. You know, this might be a yearly thing, but yeah, like I like the Hallmark movies. I like the cheesy movie. They got a Pluto TV has a whole channel of Halloween. I mean, not Halloween. Damn, we're still stuck in Halloween.
Yeah. It's hard to get rid of.
Christmas music with like superimposed images of Christmas trees and shit and decorations. They have the classic holiday fireplace channel. And then they have a channel of Christmas themed movies. And it's like me, I love Christmas and I'm just a sucker for those types of movies. They're not always going to be, some of them are pretty dope. Like, let's be honest. Some of them are pretty dope. But most of them are not dope at all. They're just something to have on where you just peek over there and be like, oh, okay. So they did get together.
I just cannot.
I can't. I don't know.
Cannot with the
I
Hallmark
do.
Christmas movies. And that's awesome.
Fucking will.
See,
I watch the shit out of them.
Especially this year, dude. This is the first year in a few years where I really feel the walls kind of coming in on me this time of year.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I really got to get into that Christmas spirit. But it's just the Hallmark movies do not do it for me.
Yeah.
I want Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want Ernest Saves Christmas.
Have you seen Office Christmas Party?
No. Is it the British Office?
No.
Because there's a British Office episode, I think, about a Christmas party, but I don't think I ever saw the one for the American Office.
No, this isn't even the American Office. This is just Office Christmas Party. I think that's the name of it.
No, I've never seen it.
Yeah, it was. It's got the normal cast of people in it, and they're having Jennifer Aniston is in it too, and she's fucking smoking hot.
Still,
yeah, and there's two companies, and basically. Jennifer Aniston is the sister of, I can't think of the guy's name. That's her brother, but he's been in a lot of shit. The guy from what is it? Arrested Development.
the main
guy.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I can't
so
remember his name
they're
either.
siblings. He's in charge of the Chicago office. She's in charge of.
Oh, that does
she's
sound
a hub,
familiar.
yeah, she comes and says like, "Look, you have to close this. Make a big deal. Or I'm closing your office."
Your
and they're
branch.
like,
Yeah,
their
yeah,
branch.
yeah.
So they have a big Christmas party and a lot of shit. It's a great movie. I mean, unbelievable movie. There's a part in it where like the guy from Silicon Valley, he does this thing where he's like, yeah, we're not gonna have the Christmas party. Then he leans, he's like, totally having the Christmas party,
Yeah,
like one of those
naturally.
things. Yeah, that whole bit is crazy.
Yeah,
but
there's a movie with Seth Rogen that's kind of like that I haven't seen that I
Really?
want to see. Yeah, where
Which
it's like
one
a
is that?
Christmas
Seth Rogen?
themed movie.
Yeah.
Like, and him and his wife are getting ready to have a baby or something, and she gives him like a big box of drugs and like sets him loose on New York. And I've never seen it. I just
movie is
remember seeing
banging
the
too.
trailer. I'm sure it's
I think-
good, but yeah, I've never seen it.
I think I went to the movies to see that one.
Yeah.
And that movie was good.
Yeah.
They don't really show that movie that much. And I don't know why.
Bad Santa is such a great movie.
Bad Santa,
and the
yeah.
fucking sequel is like,
Yeah.
you know, well, okay, first of all, everybody was like, oh, the sequel is fucking terrible. I watched it. I mean, it wasn't very good, but it was about what I expected.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just it's hard for like a movie that's that. It'd be like trying to do Old School 2. You know, like you
Yeah,
make such a
yeah.
classic comedy,
Right.
to try to do a sequel that isn't just playing off the tropes from the first one is almost
Right.
impossible. But
Yeah.
Bad Santa, I watched that a bunch this time of year.
I think Bad Santa 2 should have probably went straight to DVD.
Yeah.
That's one of those things.
Yeah, I definitely
Because it
didn't
came out like
see it.
years ago.
Yeah.
Like years after the first one. But the first one is an instant classic.
Instant holiday
and
classic.
I mean from top to bottom,
Yeah.
that one is banging.
It is in modern times. There's like that and Elf are really the only two modern times, like, you know, since I've been an adult, Christmas movies that came out that immediately went into my rotation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Elf is fantastic
Yeah.
as a Christmas
Yeah,
movie.
that's
It's got everything.
what's the other one? Damn, what's the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad?
Yeah, Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way. Yeah,
that
that one. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a classic.
That's
too.
one of the ones I bought.
Yeah, that's a tough one too, though, because it's so every step of the
Yeah.
movie is just like you see it coming
Yeah.
like every step of the way.
That's
But it is,
if every Hallmark movie was had the quality of Jingle All the Way, then
they'd be doing a lot better.
They would be some serious shit.
They'd be getting a lot more spins in my house. I can tell you.
I mean,
that.
because right now it's basically like sound fodder in the background,
Yeah.
like I said, and very few of them are actually followable.
Yeah, I mean, I am a bit of a cynic about those things. I do
Yeah.
get what you're saying. You're like, you
Yeah.
just put these movies on, and it's
Yeah.
Christmas time, and you see, people,
they're perfect for like a gathering if you want to have
Right.
something. One of
Just
those
on in the
those
background.
fancy where adults with all degrees and PhDs
Yeah.
type deals. Yes. Yeah, you gotta like wear a vest, but you don't have to wear a vest, and
Yeah,
then
you just put
you'll
the-
probably
yeah.
just invite it. It's one of those things. I don't know, an adult social. Yeah, that's what they call it. I
Yeah.
don't fucking know. That's a life that I could. I don't think I could do it with
It'd
one of
be
those
really
things.
hard
It'd be so fucking
to just
hard, bruh.
constantly be on like that
Jesus
would be almost
Christ.
impossible.
And I mean, and the things that they talk about is just, I've never quite been in that situation. I've been in similar situations, but from anything that I've seen on TV, including Hallmark movies, those types of situations are something that I just don't want to be. I curse too much. I say
Yeah.
fuck a lot.
I say fuck a lot.
I say fuck a lot.
Yeah, I think most of the things people are worried about are trivial,
Yes.
and
yeah.
I find things to be funny cosmically in a way that a lot of
Yeah.
other people don't find them to be funny.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
politics, people are like, "I'm all pissed off that this guy did this," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's what they do."
Yeah, that's their job. Like,
what
do you
you're
mean?
pissed off about is it's worth being pissed off about, but why?
Why?
Are you
Yeah.
so upset
Yeah,
about
and
this
especially
thing
like right now,
that has
where you're
just
supposed
been
to just be
forever?
eating hors d'oeuvres and getting fucking hammered. I don't know.
Let's celebrate the fact that we continue to have the infrastructure and the societal platform to enjoy these
Right,
things, and we're not all
yeah.
feasting on each other's
Yeah, like why are you
brains.
even worried about it? Like, I don't know, man. You bring up the quality of Hallmark movies to Jingle All the Way, and I'll start going to more adult socials. Until then, you know what? No, no, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, and it's okay because they have their own lane more than anything. And this is something that we talked about when we talked about the Thanksgiving themed movies. Like, you make your own lane and you can make your own rules. Like, nobody is getting Oscar considerations for these Hallmark movies, but they are serviceable enough to get the job done.
I guess it
when you
really is the
need it.
only
Yeah.
time of year where you're really going to be willing to entertain another dog saving another Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, those Hallmark movies are the chicks at the end of at the end of a night at the bar. Those are the
Of
Hallmark
Christmas
movies,
entertainment.
of Christmas entertainment, where you tried to go see Home Alone in the theaters and you missed that date fell through, and then maybe something else, maybe one of the holiday classics was on TV, but then you fucking
just
missed that
watching Home
too.
Alone
Yeah,
again. I
yeah,
can't
and
do
then
it.
you're just there. You're like, I want some Christmas spirit. So Hallmark, here it is. Text that fat girl back. Text that ugly girl back. Text that ugly person back. Text that. You know what? In 2019, let's be tolerant. Text that human you would not normally be attracted to back. That covers everybody.
It does.
Without singling out anybody, except for an ambiguous title of the unattractive human being. That
Point
you
of personal
wouldn't-
privilege.
Yeah, exactly.
Please do not use gendered language to address
There we
everyone.
go. Yeah.
In 2020.
There it is. Yeah.
In 2020.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
So
Cover it there, though.
Yeah,
That was
so
good.
yeah, the Hallmark movies are that person at the end of the bar night that you wouldn't normally text back, but you did that night because, hey, we all got to get off, and there's nothing wrong with that. Doesn't matter whether you're orgasming or, you know what? You know what? This is the point. You know what? I'm about to spin this into a great point about quantum physics and a quantum realm. You think I'm crazy,
Okay.
but I'm not. I read a story recently that they had something that happens in the quantum realm that they think only, scientists I'm talking about, that they think only happens in the quantum realm, and they were trying to figure out how to get around it. But basically, let's say you're in a quantum realm and that's a sphere. Inside of that sphere is like little molecules and shit, and they have the ability to be let's say there's 5 points within this molecule.
Yeah, they can be in the same place at the same time.
all 5 at the same time.
Yeah.
But that only happens if nobody's looking.
Right.
If you have what's called an observer, then they pick a spot and they're there. So
well, that has been
scientists-
grotesquely misunderstood by people to people believing that they can affect their reality by looking at something or not looking at something, whereas that's not exactly what's going on there.
Yeah, and that was brought up
what I
too,
mean?
the whole superstitious thing of I'm not going to watch the game. Me as a Dallas Cowboys fan, I employ this week in and week out around this time of year. It's one of those things.
Yeah.
But they said that if you have the sphere and you have an observer, once the molecules see it, they pick a spot and they freeze. It's like freeze tag or, red light, green light. If you have 2 observers, one of those observers will see the single point molecule and the other one will see the whole full spectrum molecule.
Right, yeah, and I mean, I've definitely heard it explained on several occasions that it's not actually, the observer isn't having an effect on what's going on.
Right.
It's that you can only observe these phenomenons from your own perspective.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And that would be, if there's 2 observers that are scientists, they would never agree on what they saw, and that is another thing. What it made me think of is that 2 things, the whole adage of if a tree falls in the forest and nobody's there to hear it, does it still make a sound? To me, if nobody's there, theoretically, it can make all conceivable sounds at the same time.
It may just make a fart noise.
Exactly. But since we as humans have been programmed to this is what a sound, exactly, and that was the other thing that I was going to bring up. Yeah, we've been programmed to this is what a tree sounds like when it falls. So if we see it and it's there, it's going to fall and it's going to make that sound, because if it falls down and it meows, you could be there and you could see that, but if nobody else is there, who are you going to tell? You're you're that guy that has the WB frog, and he's like trying to get it to dance for his friends, and it's like it's ribbit, but then when they're alone, it's fucking dancing around and shit. Yeah, that's Hallmark movies in a nutshell. And I just connected Hallmark Christmas movies to the quantum realm without a PhD.
Yeah, so Hallmark movies. Okay, if you're the only one who sees them.
Pod Caviar has done it.
That was quite a breakthrough. I don't know what we broke through, but it was a
now
one.
We got to get in touch with NASA and be like, hey guys, look, hear us out, okay?
It was a one.
Hear us out. The quantum realm is directly connected to Hallmark Christmas movies.
Could be.
Son of a bitch. This guy's on to something. But yeah. I don't know what we did here besides make history, episode in and episode out. I mean, when I tell
that's what you did there.
When I tell you we have the momentum going forward to 2020, you have
it all starts here.
It starts here.
It all starts in this moment.
Amazing. So, how much time do we have?
Well, I mean, we've done plenty.
Yeah,
23 minutes feels like a lot. Right now.
Like we packed a lot into this episode, for real.
In the quantum universe, I feel like 23 minutes is a long time.
So, let's wrap this up. Hey, like we said at the beginning of the episode, subscribe to the One Gram Army Podcast. One Gram Army Podcast is the best and longest sponsor of Pod Caviar.
That's
the
right.
Ministry of Silly Talks is where we do our episodes. And make sure you shop at shirtcaviar.com. The 2020 collection will be released on January 1st, New Year's Day. Until then, there are so many shirts that are there in the 2019 collection and the seasonal collection. I got Christmas shirts, Halloween shirts, all sorts of shirts. I got customized shirts that's a name tag that you can make it say whatever you want to say. I got I got military shirts. I got America shirts. I got Tommy Stratosphere. I got Anything is Possible. I got so many different shirts. Okay,
Can't find a shirt you don't like.
Space Caviar.
That's right.
You know,
can't
Graham
find a shirt
has
you don't
one.
like. There's something wrong with you.
That's something wrong with you, and that is one of the truest statements ever, because there's a shirt for everybody. You mean to tell me you can't find a shirt on there? That's why I always laugh at people online when they're like, your shirts suck. I'm like, no, you suck.
Yeah.
It's because at
Clearly
some point,
didn't look enough.
Exactly. Like, just say you don't have style and then move
Yeah.
on, because there's a shirt for everybody. We're talking about T-shirts here. This isn't like something, I'm not trying to sell you the damn rear axle for your damn big rig truck because it blew out on the ice road or some shit. Like, it's not that serious. We're talking about T-shirts. So head over to shirtcaviar.com and enjoy yourself. After all, it is an art museum.
That's
more
right.
than anything else. That's Graham. I'm Tony. We both podcasted today, and thus made the world a better place. And you are welcome. Peace.